Hello, everybody. This is D King, your book granny here with the review for you. Oh, yeah. Today I'm really reviewing The Art of Destiny by Wesley Chu. I will say this is the second book in what I thought was a duology, but which is actually a trilogy. But anyway, this is the second book in it, and I really enjoyed the first book. The second one, not so much, but that's okay. This is going to be a no spoiler zone. That's the important part. This is a no spoiler zone. But if you have not read the first book, The Art of Prophecy, you're going to want to stop watching this if you don't like spoilers, because in order to review the second book, there are spoilers from the first book. So I'll give you a second. Okay, seconds up. Let's get to talking about The Art of Destiny. Okay, so first let's start off. I'm going to give you a reminder of what happened in The Art of Prophecy. In The Art of Prophecy, remember we had, what's his name, Jen. He's this little boy, I say he's a little teenager. And he's supposed to be able to be the warrior who's going to defeat the immortal Khan. This is immortal, like it lives forever type person. Yeah. So he's supposed to be this great warrior, and he turns out to be a dud. No, he's not going to be defeating anything. Okay, this boy can barely even walk across the street. Okay, he is not. So this master, martial arts master of a certain type of school, Taisha, she basically takes him under her wings. This is in the first book, and she starts training him. Okay, now there were 3 factions like fighting against each other in the first book. And the first book is shown from those 3 different points of view, which I absolutely love. That was great. So that's what happened in the first one. Taisha basically takes Jen, and they, go off to go do whatever they do. And the other factions go off and do what they do too. So that's where the second book, The Art of Destiny, comes in. Now, in the first book, since Jen, there was a whole religion based on him and this prophecy. Since he turned out to be a dud, well, let's just say you get to see what happens to that religion in the second book. And you also get to see other things like they're going forward. So you see in the first one, there was this assassin named Kisame, her and her crew. Well, they were supposed to be killing Jen. They failed. So you see what happens to her and her crew in that second book, okay? You also had Salim. She actually belongs to the people from the immortal Khan. Well, in the first book, her people have become enslaved. Not all her people, their people live in these different cities, okay? Well, her people basically wrote off her city and let them become slave and didn't try to save them or anything. So now she's like, no, we're not having that, because she's one of their big warriors. And said, So she's getting her people together, the ones from that city, rescued them. And, now they're kind of outcast from the rest of their people. Now, the thing is, in the first book, you find out she needs to die to give her life back to the eternal Khan so he can reincarnate. And she's refusing to do that. She said, no, not going to happen. So you find out what happens with her in that second book. This will kill her if she doesn't, give her life back. She will eventually die. It's like a poison, okay? So you find out what happens in that book. Now, I will say, even though we got these 3 different points of view were going on, the second book, it felt like a second book. No, it felt worse than a second book. It was just a lot of standing in place, if that makes sense. The plot didn't really move forward until the very end. And it's just like, it felt like a lot of mundane type of things. Now, I did enjoy the fight scenes and the things like that, and I like this author's style, but this book could have been a lot shorter than what it was, because it just, I don't know, maybe because I went in thinking it was the end, and I'm like, how is this going to work out? I mean, they're not really doing nothing. So had I gone in with the right frame of mind, saying, hey, this is a second book and not a third book, but even though it was a second book, they should have had, like, Kisame, she actually had a pretty good storyline. And so did, I'm forgetting this name. Not Salami. Salim. I'm calling her Salami. Salim, she also had a good line, but you spent so much time with Jim, because it is about his in the prophecy, that, what I'm saying, it just felt, his really didn't move hardly at all until the very, very end. It's a little bit of movement, but it's not really a lot of movement. It's just, it fell flat. So I will say, this is going to be a short review because I can't give you too much. It's going to give you the plot away. But I did enjoy this. It was on the lower end enjoy because I liked the people. Taisha's funny as hell. She's funny. And Kasimi, I like the characters. But if you want a lot of movement in the plot, this isn't it. The one that moved the most in plot would be Sally's, her plot line. Hers went the furthest, but the other two, they really didn't. Let me think. Nope, they didn't go anywhere. Because when I think about it, yeah, if I think about what all they went through, they're pretty much in the same spot as when they started. So their plot lines did not really go through. But I am looking forward to the third one because I'm hoping he gets back. Because hopefully this is just a trilogy. Yes. And it gets back to going forward again because, like I said, the fight scenes in here were amazing. When they did fight scenes and things like that, it was good. Okay, so hopefully they'll get back to that in the third book. So that is it. Get them both. It's a good, I think it's going to be a good trilogy. This one's good. This one not so much, but you need to go on and read it anyway. If you want some spoilers, I can put some spoilers later on in a different video to give y'all a quick recap of what happened in this. It won't take too long at all. But anyway, so go ahead and read them both. This one, like I said, is really good. This one, not so much. But you need to read it because that third book, I think, is going to be really, really good. Okay? So that is it. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.